Ever since he was 6 years old, Matthias Knoll was living his dream as a competitive inline speed skater. In 1988, during his final school exams, his father passed away. Which meant less money and funds were available to travel to events. To top it all off, Matthias got an injury that didn't allow him to compete for 2 years. In 1989, he came back to racing and at the same time started a small business on the side to help finance his travel to events. And this is where the real story begins. In 1987, as a 17-year-old junior, he won 2 gold medals at the German Championships and made it onto the senior national team. He also won all national races at the junior level and even set an official world record over 20,000 meters with his quad skates in Insel, Germany. In 1989, Matthias began selling skate equipment at competitions to his fellow competitors out of his car under the name Roll Knoll. The wheels came from Italy, the clothing was made by Arena and other German Lycra suppliers. His portfolio of products quickly grew, with many brands from Italy being added, such as Galaxy, Universal, David Team, Rise Sport, and bearings from FAT Germany. His car, the driving warehouse, got bigger and needed an extra rooftop just to fit in all the products. In 1990, with the reunification of East and West Germany, the opportunity to sell products to more people presented itself. Living in the West, but still situated close to the European side, Matthias was driving all over to the races on weekends and selling products. Soon, his friends and competitors became his teammates at Team Roll Knoll, even helping to sell products at the Roll Knoll booth while Matthias was racing. As Roll Knoll continued to grow, Roll Knoll added Hyper and Wicked wheels for quads to its product portfolio. The US-produced wheels were made for indoor racing, and up to that point, no one had tried them on outdoor terrain. Matthias did, and within a year, Hyper had a virtual monopoly with their wheels. "1991 was the year when everything changed. There was a rumor that the market was going to move towards inline skates for racing. Matthias, being a forward-thinking individual, ordered some inline skates for himself from Raps in the Netherlands. The skates were originally designed for long-track ice skating, which helped his transition, and he ended up being the first race winner in Germany on inline skates. Inline skates' popularity grew, and going forward, Inline would be involved at virtually all races. Roll Knoll added even more popular brands to its portfolio, including Mogema and Zanstra from the Netherlands, Rollhouse from Australia, and others. With the popularity of inline skates, even the World Championships were a mix of inline and quad skates. Thanks to this popularity in inline skates, Roll Knoll was growing and continued to add brands such as Verducci from Italy and others. At the Worlds, Matthias even convinced Team USA with Tony and Dante Muse, Derek Para and others to race on Hyper indoor wheels for outdoor quad races. All the American male and female competitors won their races with Hyper wheels, and they all remain friends with Matthias to this day. 1993 was the year that inline skates officially took over racing. Quads were no longer seen in race competitions. Just as inline was growing at a fevered pace, Hyper wheels became the dominating force for inline skating wheels. Roll Knoll formed a Hyper team with the best skaters in Germany, which helped Hyper further rule the inline skating world. Hyper's bank robber wheels and shock wheels were incredibly popular. In fact, Neil Piper was involved in creating these wheels and would later go on to form Matter wheels. In 1994, Matthias founded Powerslide. The 24-year-old Matthias was improving every year in skating and had the chance to join the Speed Skating World Championships in France. As fate would have it, he had another big opportunity come his way that forced him to make the biggest decision of his life. During the same time as the World Championships, he got the chance to introduce Powerslide at the ISPO in Munich, the world's premier sporting goods trade show. With a heavy heart, he stopped his professional skating career and embarked on the successful journey of living his dream. Together with his friend Stefan Goll, Matthias founded Powerslide, driven by the goal of bringing the joy of rolling to people around the world through high-quality, innovative skates and parts that allow skaters to push their limits, have fun, and redefine what is possible on inline skates. In 1996, inline skating was in the middle of a massive popularity boom, with more and more brands being established. Disroyal, a subsidiary of Powerslide, was founded to be able to distribute hot, upcoming brands like Medium, Porn, Hardline, Realm, and many more. Powerslide began to change its strategy from being a distributor for Germany, Austria, and Switzerland to creating its own brands and products. As the market cooled and brands shut down or disappeared, there was need for innovative, high-quality products. Powerslide's first original brand was Upside Down, USD, now known as Universal Skate Design. For the first time in aggressive skating history, true customization was possible, uniting brands like Senate, 50/50 under the USD umbrella. USD Skates and its amazing team of skaters remains one of the premier aggressive skating brands today.
Garfield. Meow. Meow. Face off. Meow. Can be in the video. Look at this. Can be a rock star.
He already is a rock star.
Feeding Garfield. Yeah.
So he is your successor when you retire at some point.
He's a real boss. Yeah. Here it's a little bit the beginnings. That's me, little racing, starting to race with a little club here, the local club. And yeah, that's where the first local things, where there's where the joke comes from, the North Bavarian champion. That's that's the thing here. Yeah. Some years later, I was a little bit older, as you can see. This was quite a nice win. It was a time trial, single-timed uphill race. And this is Miss Germany. There was Miss Saarland, Miss Rheinland-Pfalz.
Miss Germany.
Miss Germany. And the thing was, the other guy, Dirk, he was crapping the one girl at the butt a little bit, and she was looking up to me going, and I go, oh, that was not me. So that's a funny story. So yeah, Dirk made a little problem for me. The first race in Germany won on inline skates. So as I was selling stuff out of the car, I was trying to push inline skates, so everybody has to switch to inline skates. So first was everything on quads, and then everything came on inline skates, and I was trying to push it, and then winning on it obviously helped for the other people to follow quickly. You didn't think that actually the inline skates, I would say they are just faster really in the corners.
Okay.
On the straightaways, you could still go quite fast on the quads. Before double pushing, that was pure toe pushing and stuff like this. That's a dead old car, yeah. 9089 roll knoll. And then yes, I had friends helping always at the booth, because when I was running and skating still, then somebody else had to run it. So my sister helped, Anne helped, and the girls from the local club helped. So it's like, and I was selling even at night out of the car everywhere. So it's like, yeah, this was like one of the first teams I then did. I was selling and ordering Hyper wheels, and Hyper became super popular in Germany. It took over like in 1 year from 0 to 100% the market basically. And so I was putting together like a Hyper team with the best German people. Actually, I was lucky that Tom, this guy, and this guy. He was the owner of Hyper Wheels. He was really big in supporting and helping. This was basically the selling Hyper directly, and it was the funny thing was we were skating actually indoor wheels outdoor and winning everything on it. So, but normally they were not supposed to work, but they worked like the best. Even the Americans actually, like Derek Parra on the other side, like here Worlds at Rome's, that's why we became friends. They didn't have wheels that worked, and they used our indoor wheels outdoor, and they all became world champion on the wheels. So that's why how we became good friends too. Instead of going to the world championships, I decided to go to ISPO show. So this was a hard one. So, and these were some friends like, you know, saying, hello, we miss you. Glad you're out, fuck you, basically. No, but this was, all the guys I used to race with saying, hey, wish you be here, more or less. 94, we started Powerslide. It was me, Stefan, my partner, Birgit, and our designer, who was designing all. He was a super good drawer, Mario. So he did all this. Basically, there was not really too much computers, and he was not super good in computers, but he was really good in drawing. So everything was drawn by hand, basically, a lot of the stuff. So pretty cool. It was like I wanted to have a name where it's expressing, like, you know, a little bit the energy, power, and then wanted to link it to inline skating, and Powerslide was also like a braking maneuver. So, and it was never meant for a brand, that's what I have to say. It was always meant for Powerslide distribution company. So Powerslide was a distributor. I guess I have to agree that Powerslide as a brand name might be not the very best. And if I would knew before that it should be the brand name only, then probably would have a different and shorter name a little bit. But now Powerslide works and everybody knows it. So, and here we have some guys like Bauer, who's still there. Yeah. So that's Bauer, and that was Flo. He was also working for us. Also, like, this was a crew basically, and these guys like Bauer and the local guys, they were always skating outside every day in our office. So I remember I was skating with them, and I got into a little bit aggressive, and I did a little bit like a 50-50 grind, and then I went 2 weeks to China. When I came back, everybody was doing crazy tricks, and I say, okay, that's the end for me now. So they improved a lot in a short time, all the young guys, and I got stuck in the ages. It's the first year, into aggressive. We were distributing Senate, Medium, Mind Game also then later, 976 and Fiction and all the cool skater brands in the beginning. So this was always then, the videos, one of the first. The socks from Senate, there was an ad, if you're big enough as Senate, you can afford to make socks. And then the grind wheels and stuff like this. So these are some, let's say, collector items from the aggressive scene. And we were always talking to Senate and all these guys, they made wheels, they made frames, and actually they always wanted to make a skate. And they already had like an ad planned, and they called Empire Skates and stuff like this, but then they didn't get the funding for it. So that's why some of the guys like Arlo and Shane then helped out with our marketing, which led us to USD, where, 1997 we started the first brand with USD, and we're showing it at the ISPO trade show. And because we said first it's USD was upside down, and we wanted to turn the industry upside down, and we made like the first skates which can change really a lot of parts in the different brands. So we actually, the whole booth was upside down. So when you go in, you feel like in a different world. But so we got it to some magazines, newspapers, and then we put together the team with Paddy, Julio, Latimer, Champion Baumstimmler, and those were the dream team basically at this time, and the best skaters in the world. The evolution of USD with all the guys, Sagona, Billy, and it was always funny. Billy was always like, one of the guys pushing for the team and stuff like this. And now we are back together with Mesmer on a project, so that's really cool too. The Mini Psyro is probably the biggest innovation we ever had at USD. So, finger skate, the world famous finger Psyro skate, and some prototypes, our playing cards, USD shoes, Latimer shoes, and there are some old pictures from old trade shows, and here's like some old stuff. That's like the first round of posters we did in Dustin. The stretch crew. Motherfucking stretch crew, how it was called. So here in 2003 we started with a racing project. We basically took over like a team from Roaches in Germany, so we focused a little bit for locally, and then we went worldwide, you know, with top skaters, having all reigning world champions and stuff like this. And so we continued, Julie, Chad, you know, Joey Mantilla was part of it. Here you even see little Felix, he was still young, he's still there. There was some of the trophies, not from me this time, from the guys. You know, winning the Berlin Marathon, I don't know how we have 12 in a row.
Quite a few.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, we stopped counting, but it's like 12 in a row or so. So it's like the most impressive, you know, never-ending succeed in a marathon ever. So yeah, Sabine Berg also, like a German girl, winning Berlin world champions and jerseys we had from the different skaters. Quite nice memories. And here we have the newer section of the racing, a young Bart Swings. So Swings is also now, I guess, 13, 14 years on the team. And now he's old enough and he got his own little brand also. Here's like coming from the evolution from racing into fitness with the 3 big wheels. So we started with Fusion and you know, the legendary open air 3x110, and then we brought it back to racing, winning in marathon 3x125, and then we were growing, you know, the 3 wheels into urban, speed and fitness and all the other segments. So finishing off, you know, this was like 1975. I was North Bavarian champion, so I did step up. This just FYI, Scotty, also for you. I'm a South German champion now this year. So we call it under 60, which makes it even more worse. It's not over 50. It's called now under 60 years, which makes it feel even more older. So Basievo was a local race we had here, South German Championships, and was Bavarian champion too. So I stepped up from North Bavarian champion to Bavarian champion and South German champion. So here we go.
Powerslide is like a group by skating enthusiasts that love skating, managed by a mad scientist that is crazy about inline skating. Pretty much like a bunch of kids having fun, but at the same time working hard.
It's just inspiring to see, like, it's 30 years of this brand, and even besides that, so much passion for all these segments. In all honesty, he couldn't care less for each of these segments. He have a lot of passions like speed skating and stuff, but he still takes so much love in each of these products and these riders that he's supporting. He's always asking, he's always up to date with who does what, and even releases of products, other companies and stuff. And for me, it's just inspiring and a big motivation to see, to draw energy for my own passions and hopes for the future, and also my work in Powerslide, obviously. It's just like seeing the good old family back. So yeah, it's nowadays it feels like an extended family.
Me too, it's like extended relatives that you only see like once a year, but when you see them, you're so happy because you didn't see them for long, and yeah, it's like exchanging news and everything else, yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing to work with. You see every time that you talk with him about skating, you see the passion that he has for the sport, that he has for speed skating. And that just makes me so passionate as well. And to have somebody else like me so passionate about the sport, that's crazy. And he's still full of joy. He's training every day. He loves skating, and yeah, I think that's the unique thing about him, about Matthias, and about Powerslide, that somebody like Matthias is running the company. He does it all out of passion, all out of love for the sport. We love to skate. There's a reason that's the slogan of Powerslide, and that's Matthias is representing that 100%.
I don't see Matthias slowing down. I don't see him settling or taking a step back. So his involvement and his energy will keep on pushing and keep on driving the brand, but also keep on driving the industry, and just keep on helping make skating great again, which was actually a Powerslide slogan at a sales meeting a couple of years back.
For sure, I think the best is when you at events and you have the skaters you support winning basically. So it's like, you know, when Felix was the first time world champion in China, I know, you know, we yelled like crazy where all the people there, or Bart winning, or, you know, when you have aggressive skaters at events and, you know, going for it and winning. So it's like always when you feel really like, wow, that's, you know, that's all you want from your job basically. So you're happy with the other people, and you get a nice payback for everything you do and invest. So it's like, I think that's the best and nicest moment to share with some different people.
For me, skating is all-encompassing passion. There's no ways about it. Even though now I've been out almost 5 years, still think about Powerslide, still think about all the guys and girls, still watching race results. Even though with time zones it's different, but like when guys like Felix or Bart or those guys are racing, and I'm watching it live, you still get that little tingle in the tummy. So it's really a passion thing for me. And that's something that really flowed into making going into the office to work easier. Working at Powerslide it's incredibly fun. I would say he's had the biggest impact on my kind of professional career, and without him I wouldn't be where I am today. So I would actually call him my biggest mentor. The people that are at Powerslide are incredibly passionate about skating, about the culture, about everything like that. And some people might just simply can't handle it. But if you're in there and you're enjoying it and you're loving it, it's the most amazing place to work. It's the movements they do are incredible. And yeah, it was, I guess I'd almost say it was living the dream.
It's been a huge part of my life. I mean, before I even started working at Powerslide, I was a young skater who loved the team videos they were putting out, the riders they had, the products. They were all very exciting. Like, there was a huge part of my life from like the age of 16 onwards, and then when I joined the company and met the people behind it, it was just like, wow, this is even better than just a company. These are really, really great people. You know, it's not just a business relationship with these people. It's how would you say, like, it's the family you choose. You know, I feel very, very close with all these people. Matthias has sent me all over the world, and obviously that's not just to mention Powerslide, how amazing the skates are and how they've, you know, evolved the entire industry of inline skating. So what's Powerslide to me? It's just an enormous part of my life, and, you know, the family I chose.
This is my life and my passion, and this is and that's, for me, that's not really my job, but it's like the dream also. So it's always a slogan which sucks a little bit because it's so broad, but, you know, living your dream is kind of what I'm doing also. So it's like, as long as I can do it, I'm really enjoying it, and this is, it's giving you also energy, power, and, you know, if you love what you do, then, you know, you don't really have to work too much, I would say. It's quite a lot what Powerslide means to me, I would say.
30 years strong. That's amazing. I knew you were a winner when I met you, and you were going to be successful. You should be very, very proud. Well, I want to tell you something. I'm forever grateful for all the hard work you did helping me build the Hyper brand, and I'm so proud to know you, and I wish you the very best success moving forward. And it's 5:30 in the morning here in the donut shop, and I didn't have time to comb my hair, but I want to tell you, good luck in the future, continued success, and I hope that our paths cross someday down the road. Take care, my friend. Thank you.
It's not really work, let's put it that way. It's more like we're like friends and family here, so I don't really consider it as work. I consider it as like a big group of people that really love what we do, and we really enjoy it. And I really like working with everybody on the team. Matthias is like a really good friend of mine, and we kind of connect really well. You know, we don't really, we've never really had a fallout or any kind of trouble at work. It's always been really nice, and we get along so well that our sense of humors match. So it's hard to be serious with Matthias sometimes because we're always making jokes about everything. So for me, that's perfect because that's my personality down to a T. So we click straight away. I feel like I can be myself around him. You know, I don't need to change or I don't need to send professional emails and make it all look legit. I can just like write exactly how I wrote to him 20 years ago when I got on the team. Nothing's changed. I don't have to change the way I type, to change the way I talk. It's all a big comedy show with Matthias, so as serious as we are about work, it's also fun to do. So yeah, working for Powerslide is also, it's been a life-changing experience for me because I've got to experience so many crazy things in life and traveled around the world and seen things that I would probably never see in my life without the support of Powerslide. So I'm forever grateful for that.
When we started, we have been just a distributor. So we were just a company buying stuff mainly from USA and selling it. And we were selling it basically in Germany, Austria, and a little bit in Switzerland. And then when the market went down really hard at the end of the 90s, and a lot of the brands disappeared, and then we changed a lot to our own stuff. And so the first really brand we did was in 97 was USD, basically Universal Skate Design upside down, how it was in the beginning. And this for us for sure was I'm quite proud of, because it was a turning point where Powerslide started to make their own products, and with this also having our own team, having worldwide distribution. So this is the time we went international, basically worldwide, and this was for us a turning point. And if we would not have done it, I think there would be no Powerslide anymore really some years later, because it was hard times. And with USD we had the chance to go worldwide, selling worldwide, and then more and more brands and more segments we added on. And so USD is always something I will be really proud of. And as usual, it's not like one person who's doing it, but it's, you know, getting the people together. It was Shane, Arlo, the whole team, you know, with the top riders. And then from this it evolved, and it's the same like, you know, we did all over the years. You know, I'm quite proud that, you know, Powerslide like is a company known for innovation, and we have been doing like 3 wheels, and, you know, we kicked off tri-skates again in the world, and we came up with Trinity, which is a better mounting system, I think, for many parts for skating. So I think those are all things you can be really proud of. But I guess overall it's also like, you know, what makes Powerslide, like I said, it's not one person, it's like the team. We are not a really big team, but, you know, everybody's playing a big part, you know, how to make it work. And, you know, so it's like a lot of people are here for a long time, but there are people also from outside here. So it's like the mixture of everything makes the team work and makes a little bit the dream work too. So I would say, proud what could be done, proud what we have achieved, and looking forward that we still can do, you know, some nice innovations and still can push the industry forward. And skating is not a huge sport, but it has the potential to be bigger and stronger, as we have seen, you know, in the 90s or, you know, during COVID where it was booming. So hopefully, bring back where skating is to the really top, and have more and more people enjoy skating and have fun and passion, like, you know, most of the people here at Powerslide, and, you know, who are enjoying skating. That's the vision that, you know, why not everybody in the world should skate. And if this is coming true, then I think we achieved our dream. But for sure that's a little bit too far, I would say. But yeah, working with the teams some years longer, you know, growing a little bit step by step, and, you know, growing the brands, having fun, and still be able to skate, that's the dream I have.